South Sudan, the very poorest of the world's poorest countries. South Sudan has been racked by violence since its creation in 2011. Rich in oil reserves, the landlocked state of roughly 11 million represents a textbook example of the resource curse, whereby abundance fosters political and social divisions, inequality, corruption, and warfare. The majority of the population is employed in traditional agriculture, although violence and extreme climate events often prevent farmers from planting or harvesting crops. While the projected economic growth for 2023 could hold strong at 5.8%, but inflation is stronger, among the world's highest at 27%. UNICEF estimates that well over half of the population, some 7.8 million people, are likely to face acute food insecurity during the April-July 2023 lean season. Tiny landlocked Burundi lacks natural resources and has been scarred by a 12-year civil war, contributing to its ranking of second poorest country in the world. With about 80% of Burundi's roughly 13 million citizens relying on subsistence agriculture, food insecurity is almost twice as high as the average for sub-Saharan African countries. Furthermore, access to water and sanitation remains very low and less than 5% of the population has electricity. President Evariste Ndayishimiye has made an effort to relaunch the economy and repair diplomatic relationships, and last year, both the US and the European Union resumed aid after lifting financial sanctions. Unfortunately, growth remains sluggish, and inflation is projected this year to be around 16%. Rich in gold, oil, uranium, and diamonds, the Central African Republic is a very wealthy country inhabited by very poor people, and has been among the poorest countries in the world for the better part of a decade. The sharp increase in essential good prices that followed the war in Ukraine, simultaneously with cycles of severe flooding and dry spells, has only brought more pain. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, estimates that approximately 2.7 million people, almost half of CR's population, are experiencing acute food insecurity. This country of 17 million in the Horn of Africa never seems to catch a break. 2020 brought coronavirus, floods, and an unprecedented infestation of locusts. Then Russia's blockade of Ukraine's wheat exports helped fill Somali health facilities with severely malnourished children. Today, Islamist insurgents are trying to overthrow the central government concurrent with the worst drought in 4 decades, with humanitarian agencies warning that about half of the population is in desperate need of assistance. Somalia is again near the top, or bottom, of our world's poorest countries ranking. Since gaining independence from Belgium in 1960, the Democratic Republic of the Congo has suffered decades of rapacious dictatorship, political instability, and constant violence, making it irregular in our rankings of the world's poorest countries. Roughly 3/4 of the country's 97 million population scrapes by on less than $2 a day. Yet the World Bank says the DRC has the resources and potential to become one of the richest countries in Africa and a growth driver for the entire continent. The country is already the world's largest producer of cobalt and Africa's leading source of copper, essentials in the production of electric vehicles. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe our YouTube channel for new updates. It will give me motivation, and write your feedback in the comments section.